Hey peeps, I don't have all my makeup on. I probably look really tired because I usually do without it, but I am tired. And I am driving in the rain, so it's a little overcast and wet out here, which isn't normal. Utah's desert state, so it's pretty dry here. So it's a little different having it like really wet. Anyway, I'm gonna try to finish getting my makeup on, and I am on my way to a psychology appointment. I couldn't do the group therapy one. I went to group therapy yesterday, but I didn't do video because my daughter was with me and my phone was really low battery, and anytime I try to do a video with a low battery, my phone just dies in the middle of it. So at least I'm getting one done this week, right? Anyway, I recently saw an endocrinologist because I have thyroid disease and, you know, other issues and whatnot. I guess my white blood cell count was a little elevated and my red blood cell count was a little down. And they said, well, we'll just keep an eye on it. You know, see if it goes anywhere. There are blood diseases in my family, so that's one reason why they want to just keep an eye on it and stuff. Because we really just don't know. Anyway, and then they said I don't have active mono, which I know, because once you get it, the virus stays in your body, and those people stays like dormant. But sometimes that virus can be activated again if there's like trauma or like severe stress or whatever, and it turns into Epstein Bahr disease. It's the same kind of virus. It just mutates and then it just stays dormant in the body forever, except when it flares up, you know, like if you're under a lot of stress or, my goodness, people, you're not gonna die if you drive on a wet road. Just be careful. Holy cow, they're going so slow. Anyway, so right now my Epstein Bahr is elevated. It's active. I saw the blood work, and of course the mono one said inactive, because I know I don't have mono. I already had that. And anyway, so I mean, I've been sick for weeks, like a fever that I have any time of day, but usually gets worse by the end of the day. And I'm not talking like 99 degrees fever. I'm talking like over 100 up to 101 or higher. And that is not typical for me to have it like that, but except when I am in a current Epstein Bahr flare, or, you know, I'm sick with something else like a cold or flu. So, you know, I was just like asking about that. Had the nurse send him a note to say, now what? Is there anything I can do? Like, how can I feel better? Because I feel so crappy. I feel like I've been steamrolled by the end of the day, usually, almost every day. I am exhausted. I ache everywhere. It feels like every part of my body is just screaming and just saying, you need like a cool bath or something, and sleep, and a break from stuff. That's just what it feels like I need. The issue is, I hate taking baths. Hate them. Hot tubs are hard to bear. Unless they're like really, really hot. If they're really, really hot, I'll feel like, okay, the germs are getting killed. But if they're not, I'm so uncomfortable and grossed out the whole time. And the thing is, I can't tolerate heat very well. So if it is really, really hot, I can only be in there for, whoa, a few minutes at a time. Bad drivers, you're trying to cause accidents. Holy crap. Dude, that was scary. People can be so dumb when the weather gets bad. Wow. Almost caused like this major collision on the road because all these people were like slamming on their brakes because they're hitting water. And then they're cutting people off and swerving. Like, seriously, chill out, people. Don't be so scared. I think that when you're so scared when you're driving, you are more likely to cause car accidents than to prevent them. If you're driving paranoid, you're going to tend to overcorrect, your turns. You're going to tend to slam on your brakes when you don't need to. You're going to tend to cut someone off or swerve or miss turns and then suddenly take it. That is what causes car accidents. It's not someone who just is an aggressive driver. Yeah, that's annoying and they can scare you. But it's the ones who are scared that cause the car accidents. Aside from texting or falling asleep or driving under the influence of something. Besides that, I get really tired of oh my gosh, putting up with people that are just very inconsiderate, like this person right here. She won't let me over, of course. Okay, fine, I'm driving up ahead. This is ridiculous. Jeepers, traffic is terrible here. Okay, Utah's known for being the state that loves having construction on its roads like year-long, year-round, all the freaking time. Oh my gosh, I didn't think I'd go off on some stupid little tangent about driving. Okay, so anyway, Epstein Bahr disease, basically your glands get swollen, which mine are. They get tender. You can have sore throat, just like with mono. It has like the same symptoms that mono has, but not all the time. Mono, when I got mono the first time, I'd never been so tired in my life. Like, there was like no way to describe it. No way. Like, you can't understand unless you've actually had it. You just can't. Well, maybe if you are coming out like a really severe surgery and your body's trying to heal from that, yeah, you can probably imagine what it feels like to be exhausted, or right after you give birth without using medication and stuff. Yeah, you might be able to understand some of that exhaustion, but mono, it's just, wow, and I feel for people who get it. I really do. It's hard. People make fun of it, calling it the kissing disease and whatever. I didn't get it from that. I got it when I was married, and it was because my brother had it. He drank out of a cup that I thought was my cup, and I ended up drinking out of it, so I ended up with mono too. And then my husband caught it from me, and his girlfriend caught it. So, she was pregnant. God, that was rough, but at least I think she got it. I'm not positive. She may not have, but anyway, it hit me really hard because I already had other health issues going on, and so it hit me harder than it did my husband and my brother. Like, I could barely get out of bed. I could barely function. I could barely do anything or think or perform anything. And I was, how old was I? I was in my late 20s. Even though I was getting diagnosed with some different issues, I still had more energy than, say I do now, of course. And it wiped me out. But, oh my gosh, people. So with the Epstein Bahr thing, the symptoms are very similar. It can gradually creep on. It can spike and then it slowly goes away sometimes, or it can stay for months, or it can stay for just days. You just don't know like how long it's going to be hanging around, and you just don't know how it's going to affect you. Oh, I'll just stay in this lane. You just don't know how it's going to affect you long term. You don't know. Sorry, people are funny. This lady next to me, she's following me. I went in the right lane, saw no one was in the middle lane, so I hurried back into the middle lane. She was going to the left lane, hurried back to the middle lane when I was moving to the right lane, and then when I moved back to the middle lane, she didn't want to be behind me, and the left lane went clear, so she hurried back to the left lane. So we were both like like this. Yeah, that was awesome. She's obviously in a hurry, kind of like I am. Sorry, it was just funny. We both kind of did the same thing, trying to get in a lane without being behind anybody. So anyway, so the joys of having Epstein Bahr while you're a mom and you have like little kids, it's exhausting. Like, I feel like I can barely even take care of myself, let alone anybody else. Like, it is so hard to do laundry. It is so hard to, like, after I get done sweeping one floor, I'm sweating, not from like exertion, but I'm sweating like cold sweats, like my fever spikes, and I like this weird hot cold feeling just rushes over me, and it's really uncomfortable. And then I start feeling really weak, and I get really dizzy and nauseated, and I have to sit down. I have to rest. It's overwhelming how bad it feels. And then when I, have to walk up and down the stairs, it winds me really fast. I get really tired really fast. And I'm just like, whew, like if I have to bend over and pick something up off the floor, or if I'm bending over in the laundry basket and putting clothes away, or whatever it is I'm doing that's like that, it winds me. I get so exhausted, and I feel super wiped out and totally drained. And it doesn't take very much. And so I have to pace myself. I have to be, really careful what I decide to do. If it's something I feel like I can finish, or at least do part of it. I mean, is it worth it? Is it worth my effort? Is it worth my health, my energy, my strength? Because then I have to divide my attention with my children, like if they need help with something. And a lot of time I'm too tired to do anything with them. I mean, I'll sit and talk or cuddle with the younger ones or whatever, but it's just, I can't play. I can't, I'll try to go shopping, and it's like, the shopping trip is just beyond exhausting. It's so hard. I start aching everywhere, and I just hurt, and I feel like I've been beaten up. Like, after I do stuff like that, I feel like I was just, mugged and beat nearly to death when I have to go shopping with my kids or run errands or that sort of thing. So that's what's really hard, is pacing myself and picking, is this worth my effort and my health, my energy and my strength? Is it worth it? Or do I need to pass and find something else that's more worth my time and everything? It is really hard seeing how other parents are able to do so much more with their kids. And, when they're my age and when it's my age and I have these problems, it is really hard. It's just this horrible feeling. I feel guilty. I feel ashamed. I feel sad. Regret, because I wish that I could do more. And honestly, it's just heartbreaking and heart-wrenching for me. And I feel really bad for my children and my husband, because I wish I could do more. And I feel like if I'm not hard on myself about it, then I'm not being a good mom or something. It's crazy. Anyway, that's just a touch. I don't know if any of you have ever had Epstein Bahr disease, or mono, or both, and what it was like for you, or what it's like for you to live with that. And if you've experienced it, I don't care if you're a parent or not, you know, I'd like to hear from you. Tell me what, I don't know, how you live with it, or how you deal with it. So anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble on about driving again, like I always do, and about this Epstein Bahr disease thing. So like my videos if you like them at all, share them, subscribe. I'd love to get to know more people out there, and help anybody that I can, or at least just find a community of people that can relate to me. So talk to you later. Bye.